CE amplifier. CE amplifier is nothing but common emitter amplifier used to amplify weak AC signals. The circuit of CE amplifier is as shown. So it uses an active component as a transistor. So you can see here base, collector and emitter, which are connected to various resistors for biasing purposes. So collector is connected to RC, base is connected to R1 and R2 junction, and emitter is connected to RE. Then there is input capacitor Cin, and the other end of Cin is the point where you need to give the input to the amplifier. Collector is connected to the collector capacitor, that is CC, coupling capacitor. From the other end, the output of the C amplifier is taken, and there is a bypass capacitor CE which is connected to ground. Now the first thing to do is to measure the biasing voltages. The emitter base junction of the transistor should be forward bias. That means the voltage across base and emitter should be more than 0.6. So plus VCC, the power supply connection is to be done. So from the junction of R1 and RC, there is plus VCC connection marked red here. You can see marked red, and that is connected to positive terminal of the power supply. And then the ground point of the C amplifier is connected to the black terminal. So black to black, negative terminal. Now adjust the supply voltage to be 12 volt, and then measure the biasing voltage. So in order to measure the biasing voltage, multimeter is used, and the multimeter is connected in such a way that the negative terminal is connected to the ground point of the C amplifier, and the positive terminal I am holding in my hand. So if I want to measure the voltage at the collector, then I will keep it at the junction of the collector and RC. So I can measure the collector voltage as 8.02. Then coming to the base voltage, so I can keep either at R1 or at R2. So I will touch at R1, which is connected to the base, and you can see that the voltage is 1.72. and then I want to measure the voltage at the emitter. So I will keep the multimeter at the RE and emitter junction, and you can see the value is 1.1. So 1.7 minus 1.1, it is 0.6. So VB is 0.6. So the transistor is properly biased. Now you need to give the input signal. So before you give the input signal, it is better to connect the oscillator and the CRO just to see whether both are working properly. So for this, there are two channels in the CRO, channel 1 and channel 2. So any one channel is used to see the input, other channel is used to see the output. So I am using channel 2 of the CRO, and that is connected to oscillator. The red colored positive terminal is connected to the positive of the oscillator, and the black colored is connected to clip is connected to the oscillator negative. And then oscillator, you can adjust the frequency. Initially you can keep the frequency as 100 or 200. I'm going to keep as 200. Therefore adjust the frequency selection button. I have kept at 1000 Hz, and then you can vary the frequency. This is the frequency varying knob. You can adjust the frequency. You can see vary the frequency, and I will keep the frequency as 200 to start with. And then you need to adjust the amplitude knob. And since you need less input voltage to the C amplifier, there are two buttons. One is the pressed button, and another one is the not pressed. So since you need less voltage, you press the button, and then you can vary the amplitude. When you vary the amplitude, you are getting the input wave, and vary the amplitude knob of the oscillator so that the size becomes 4 centimeters. Why 4 centimeters? Because I have selected the range of channel 2 to be at 10 millivolt. So 10 millivolt into 4 gives you 40 millivolt. So it's almost 4. You can see 4 centimeter height unit edges. So 4 into 10 millivolts is 40 millivolts input. Now you connect from the oscillator to the circuit, C amplifier circuit. The input, whatever you have measured now, 40 millivolt input is connected to the C amplifier input. And now you want to see the output. So the output is taken using channel 1 that is already connected. That is channel 1 of the CRO is connected to the output point. You can see the red color cord here and the black color cord here, and now we will see where is the output, and you can see there is output. And now you see where is the range of channel 1. So channel 1 is at 0.2. So what is the height? Height is 1 2 3 4, almost 4 into the range is 0.2 volt. So 0.4 into 4 into 0.2 gives you 0.8 volt. So you can just write 4 into the scale. Then you vary the frequency, make it 300. And now you see the output voltage is increased. Measure it. So 1 2 3 4 5, almost it is somewhere 6. So 6 into scale is 0.2. So 6 into 0.2, you can write output. Then again you change the frequency to 400, and now you see that the output voltage is out of the scale. Therefore you change the range of the channel 1 where you are seeing the output. So the range becomes now 0.5 volt, and now you measure the height. So height into that is 1 2 3 3.4 something, it is 3.4 into 0.5. Write the output voltage. In this fashion, by varying the input frequency, measure the output voltage, keeping the input voltage as 40 millivolt. So always the input voltage should be 40 millivolt. If there is a change when you change the frequency, by changing the amplitude knob, you need to set the input constant as 40 millivolt. Again I repeat, observe the output voltage at different frequencies every time, keeping the input voltage constant. And you may need to change the multiplier in channel 1 because the output goes on increasing with the frequency. So when you write the output voltage, you write the height into the scale or the multiplier that is selected. So once you finish taking the output, so you have to measure the voltage, and you need to calculate the voltage gain. The voltage gain is equal to VO by VI. So in case VO is 1 volt, then V in you have taken as 40 millivolt. So 1 volt divided by 40 millivolt, 1 by 40 into 10 to the power minus 3 in the denominator comes to the numerator, 10 to the power 3. So it is 1000 divided by 40. That much is the gain. So gain is not having any unit. So which is the for which frequencies you are going to take the output. So initially you take the output voltage like at 100 Hz, 200 Hz, 300 Hz till 1000 to 1500 Hz you can take at the step of 100, and after that you can take at the step of 500 like 2000, 2500, 3000, then 5000, 7,000 hertz, 10,000 hertz, 15,000 hertz, 20,000 hertz, 25,000 hertz, and so on, till the output voltage remains a constant. And don't go beyond 30 kilohertz.